1. A team is not a group of people that work together. A team is a group of people that trust each other. Here's what that really means. A true team isn't defined just by people collaborating, but by individuals who genuinely trust and rely on each other. Mutual confidence is the core of effective teamwork. 2. The goal is not to be perfect by the end. The goal is to be better today. This quote reminds us that focus on continuous daily improvement rather than striving for an unattainable final perfection. Progress is made through consistent, incremental betterment. 3. Leadership is not about being in charge. Leadership is about taking care of those in your charge. Here's what that really means. True leadership isn't about having authority or control, but about prioritizing the well-being, growth, and support of the people you lead. It's a role of service and responsibility. 4. Most people think leadership is about being in charge. Most people think leadership is about having all the answers and being the most intelligent person or the most qualified person in the room. The irony is that it is the complete opposite. Leadership is about empowering others to achieve things they did not think possible. Leadership is about pointing in the direction, articulating a vision of the world that does not yet exist, then asking help from others to ensure that vision happens. This quote reminds us that leadership is fundamentally about empowering others, not simply holding power yourself. It means clearly defining a future vision and then inspiring and mobilizing people to help make that vision a reality, leveraging their collective strengths rather than needing all the answers yourself. 5. Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. Here's what that really means. The difference between draining stress and invigorating passion lies in our emotional connection to the work. When effort is invested in something we deeply care about, it transforms from burden to genuine enthusiasm. 6. Life changes for the better when we realize that we don't have to know everything and we don't have to pretend we do. This quote reminds us that embrace humility and authenticity by accepting that you don't need to be omniscient or appear perfect. This self-acceptance leads to a more genuine and fulfilling life. 7. The ability for a group of people to do remarkable things hinges on how well those people can pull together as a team. Here's what that really means. Exceptional achievements by a group are directly dependent on their collective cohesion and capacity for effective teamwork. Unity and collaboration are crucial for remarkable outcomes. 8. When we help ourselves, we find moments of happiness. When we help others, we find lasting fulfillment. This quote reminds us that while self-care can bring temporary joy, true and enduring satisfaction comes from contributing to the well-being of others. Helping others provides a deeper sense of purpose. 9. No one knows everything, but together we know a whole lot. Here's what that really means. No single individual possesses all knowledge, but by combining diverse perspectives and expertise through collaboration, a group can achieve a far greater understanding and collective intelligence. 10. Authenticity is about imperfection, and authenticity is a very human quality. To be authentic is to be at peace with your imperfections. The great leaders are not the strongest, they are the ones who are honest about their weaknesses. The great leaders are not the smartest, they are the ones who admit how much they don't know. The great leaders can't do everything, they are the ones who look to others to help them. Great leaders don't see themselves as great, they see themselves as human. This quote reminds us that true authenticity, especially in leadership, stems from embracing one's imperfections and vulnerabilities. Great leaders don't pretend to be flawless or all-knowing. Instead, they are honest about their weaknesses, humble about their knowledge, willing to seek help, and fundamentally see themselves as human, fostering trust and connection. 11. The responsibility of leadership is not to come up with all the ideas, but to create an environment in which great ideas can thrive. Here's what that really means. A leader's primary role isn't to be the sole source of innovation, but to cultivate a supportive and inspiring environment where diverse ideas can emerge, develop, and flourish among the team. 12. Hearing is listening to what is said. Listening is hearing what isn't said. This quote reminds us that hearing is merely perceiving sounds, while true listening involves actively interpreting not only the explicit words but also the underlying meanings, unspoken cues, and subtle implications. 13. If you sell what you do, you're a vendor. If you sell why you do it, you're a brand. This quote reminds us that selling products or services makes you a mere supplier, but connecting with customers through your purpose and beliefs creates a powerful, loyal brand identity. 14. There are only two ways to influence human behavior. You can manipulate it or you can inspire it. Here's what that really means. Human actions can be driven by either deceptive or coercive means, or by genuinely motivating and uplifting individuals through shared purpose and values. 15. What you do is proof of what you believe. This quote reminds us that your actions serve as the ultimate evidence of your true convictions and values, demonstrating your beliefs more powerfully than words alone. 16. Always plan for the fact that no plan ever goes according to plan. Here's what that really means. When planning, always account for the inevitability of unexpected challenges and deviations, building flexibility and adaptability into your approach. 17. When we point to obstacles, we inhibit progress. When we offer solutions, we advance. This quote reminds us that focusing solely on problems impedes progress, while actively seeking and providing answers drives forward movement and improvement. 18. Dream big, start small, but most of all, start. Here's what that really means. While it's important to have ambitious goals, the crucial step is to begin taking action, even if it's a very small initial step. The act of starting is paramount. 19. We last longer if we compete against ourselves for the good of others instead of competing against others for the good of ourselves. This quote reminds us that sustained success and impact are achieved by striving for personal improvement to benefit the community, rather than by trying to surpass others for selfish gain. 20. A leader's job is not to do the work for others, it's to help others figure out how to do it themselves, to get things done and to succeed beyond what they thought possible. Here's what that really means. A leader's primary role is to empower and enable their team members to develop their own abilities, take initiative, and achieve greater things than they believed they could. 21. A leader's job is not just to get the best out of their people. A leader's job is to make more leaders. This quote reminds us that true leadership extends beyond maximizing current performance. It's fundamentally about developing and nurturing new leaders within the organization. 22. Focus on long-term success, but be willing to make short-term adjustments to get there. Here's what that really means. While maintaining sight of your ultimate goals, you must be flexible and adapt your immediate plans as circumstances change to ensure you still reach your long-term objective. 23. Words may inspire, but only action creates change. This quote reminds us that while rhetoric and ideas can be motivating, true transformation and progress only come about through concrete deeds and implementation. 24. Success always takes help. Failure is done alone. Here's what that really means. Achieving success typically requires collaboration and support from others, whereas failure is often the result of isolated efforts or missed opportunities for assistance. 25. The hardest part is starting. Once you get that out of the way, you'll find the rest of the journey much easier. This quote reminds us that overcoming the initial inertia or fear of beginning a task is often the most challenging hurdle. Once you start, the subsequent steps become significantly more manageable. 26. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, and what you do simply proves what you believe. Here's what that really means. Customers are motivated more by your core purpose and values than by your products or services, which merely serve as tangible proof of your beliefs. 27. A small team committed to a cause bigger than themselves can achieve absolutely anything. This quote reminds us that a dedicated group, united by a purpose that transcends individual interests, possesses immense potential to overcome obstacles and accomplish extraordinary feats. 28. Give someone responsibility and they will do their best. Make them accountable and they will do even better. Here's what that really means. While entrusting someone with a task encourages effort, establishing clear accountability further motivates them to perform at an even higher level. 29. The value of our lives is not determined by what we do for ourselves. The value of our lives is determined by what we do for others. This quote reminds us that the true worth and significance of a life are measured by its contributions to others and society, rather than by self-serving accomplishments or material gain. 30. Vision is a destination, a fixed point to which we focus all effort. Strategy is a route, an adaptable path to get us where we want to go. Here's what that really means. A vision is the unwavering ultimate goal, while strategy is the flexible, evolving plan of action designed to reach that destination. 31. Great leaders are willing to sacrifice the numbers to save the people. Poor leaders sacrifice the people to save the numbers. This quote reminds us that effective leaders prioritize the well-being and humanity of their team over mere statistical outcomes or financial metrics, whereas ineffective leaders do the opposite. 32. The leaders who get the most out of their people are the leaders who care most about their people. Here's what that really means. The highest levels of performance and engagement from a team are achieved by leaders who genuinely prioritize the welfare and development of their subordinates. 33. When people are financially invested, they want a return. When people are emotionally invested, they want to contribute. This quote reminds us that monetary investment typically seeks financial gain, but emotional commitment inspires a desire to actively participate and make a meaningful impact, highlighting different motivations. 34. Leadership is a way of thinking, a way of acting, and most importantly, a way of communicating. Here's what that really means. Leadership is not just a title, but a comprehensive approach involving mindset, behavior, and particularly the ability to inspire and connect through effective communication. 35. Life is beautiful not because of the things we see or do. Life is beautiful because of the people we meet. This quote reminds us that the true richness and joy of life derive primarily from the meaningful connections and relationships we form with other individuals, rather than from material possessions or personal achievements. 36. Great companies don't hire skilled people and motivate them. They hire already motivated people and inspire them. People are either motivated or they are not. Unless you give motivated people something to believe in, something bigger than their job to work toward, they will motivate themselves to find a new job and you'll be stuck with whoever's left. Here's what that really means. Exceptional companies recruit individuals who are intrinsically driven and then retain them by providing a compelling purpose beyond mere job tasks, as truly motivated people will seek meaning if their current role lacks it. Thank you for spending this moment with the Mind Shelf. Let this quote stay with you, and may your day be filled with peace and purpose. If it stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Reflect, share, and let's grow together, one thought at a time. What does this quote mean to you? Share your thoughts below. Your words might inspire someone else today. If you'd like more gentle wisdom and soulful reflections, Don't forget to subscribe and join our growing mindful community. And if you're watching this as you wind down, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and carry this wisdom into your dreams. Until next time, rest well.